in the past, I've made YouTube videos, ironically, been like, hey, My Year fam, it's Natalie, and, like, it's just been entirely just, like, fake and ironic the entire time. This time, it's just not that. It's, like, I'm just bored at this point, and that's just what I'm doing. I don't even know what's the point of this video. I'm just trying to, like, justify my insanity at this point. I mean, name something, like, better for me to do. Like, I can't, so that's why I'm here today. And, if you know me at all, you know that I am a huge Marvel and Star Wars nerd. Like, I like all the movies. Like, I love all the Marvel movies, like, seen every single one, binge watched that last summer, and then, like, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, a fan of, like, all those movies. They both have their pros and cons. I like them, like, pretty much equally, but I'm, like, a huge, like, nerd when it comes to that all, and, like, all my friends are like, you're annoying, like, stop talking. I'm like, I won't. So, this is my journal from last year. I would, like, write in it every single day, but if we, like, look towards the back and, like, the archives, the glossary, one may say, we find a very detailed Star Wars journal, like, very detailed. And then we also have the Marvel journal, which is just this side, the Marvel detailed journal on this side. So I would just like to take you through this today and just really highlight my art that I've created. Basically just because it took a kind of a little bit of time to make, and there's really no point in why, but I don't know if you guys wanted to see this or not, who's you guys, but it took a little bit of time, and I'm proud of my work that I made, and I got made fun of this. It's also been called cool by select few people, but I'm proud of it, and I would just like to show my work to you all. So that is what I will be doing right now. So I know you guys are on the edge of your seat, and you cannot wait to dive into this. I am a professional YouTuber now, so subscribe. And first, we will start with the Marvel side, just because, like, I did the Marvel one first. So I binge watched, I watched all the Star Wars movies, not this winter break, but, like, the winter break before that, but, like, I didn't, like, do the journal and everything. And then I was watching the Marvel movies this summer, like, I watched, like, all of them in, like, chronological order, and I was just like, I don't remember everything, like, I can't tell me what happened in, like, the first Thor, like, I don't know. So that is, like, why I started making these journals in the first place, because there's just so many villains, so many characters, so many, like, deaths and everything that I honestly can't keep track of all of them. So the Marvel one really just helped me, like, basically, like, lay that out. And then when I watched all the Star Wars movies ones this Thanksgiving break / like winter break, I was like, there's so many, like, planets, and, like, there's so many, like, species, and just, like, all these different, like, intergalactic vocabulary. I was like, I have no idea, like, because when I watched it the second time all the way through, I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Like, I have no idea what I'm watching right now. So that is why I did the Star Wars journal. They're not the same. The Marvel and the Star Wars are both different. Just realized how much of a nerd I sound. How much of a nerd I sound. Sure. So that is basically it, and I know you cannot wait until you see the rest of my Marvel and Star Wars journal. You are really in for a treat, so let's get into it. Okay, so starting from the back of my journal / diary, whatever you want to call it, is the Marvel movies. So how I rated these Marvel movies is I watched them in chronological order, according to some, like, Google image or whatever. And so I have the title in red, and then the villains, and then the main characters, and then a little symbol that represented each movie, like just a little artistic image, and then I rated the movie out of 10. So I put, like, these little symbols, not really, like, as helpful, but more just, like, something that's, like, colorful. And like, for Iron Man, I did obviously, like, an Iron Man mask, and then, like Thor, I did, like, Thor's hammer, and then just little stupid symbols to just bring a little bit of, like, color to it, I guess, because, you know, I'm just such the artist. But yeah, this is just really good way of just helping me remember, like, what villains were in the movies, because, like, I am in the 23rd Marvel movie, and I'm like, I don't even know what I'm watching at this point. My opinions, you can see my ratings. First of all, ignore the handwriting, but my ratings may not be yours, but it's just mine. Personally, I did not like the Thors, like the beginning ones, like, so literally like 1.5, like low, but I'm a big fan of, like, Endgame and those movies. I thought that was really done really well. I'm also a huge Spider-Man fan. I know I'm biased and I know I'm basic, but I am. And then, like, I really liked Avengers Age of Ultron, so that was one of my other favorites, so I rated that one a 10 out of 10 too. So flipping more back into my journal, we have my Star Wars journal. Now this one's a little bit more detailed, and this is where it gets a little bit more complicated. So Star Wars, I first list in light gray. I have the episode, then the episode name. In the black, I have like the main characters / like protagonists. And the red is again like the villains / antagonists. In the orange is important plot points like if this person died or whatever. And then in like where I boxed it off in like dark gray, it probably looks black. That is where I have like important plot points. You know, when you binge watch like all 9 episodes, plus like, oh, by the way, I don't have like Rogue One and like Solo and A New Hope. Like I don't have that just because I was just sticking to the 9 episodes itself. But that's where I have important plot points, and it's just everything just gets mumbled up. So this just really helped me like lay it out like visually. So I just go down like episode 1 through 9, and it really just helped me like lay out like a better like visual way of seeing it. Now also, if we go further down, I have planets that are just like mentioned, because there's just so many godforsaken planets, it's hard to keep track. I drew like some of them, like a little picture, but then I just couldn't fit it all, so I just like listed one every time I heard one. Going on, I have like different species like Wookiee, sand people, Gungans, like all that type of like different species, I guess. Now this is one of my favorite parts, and I get a lot of laughs about this one. This is like the hierarchy of like masters and like who trained who. It's not incredibly accurate. None of my information is accurate. Then I have just some of like lightsabers and who owns what lightsaber and like which one's which. Then I just have some symbols and just some like other things here and there. Now you may make fun of us, but this stuff like this helped me like when we had like a trivia night at Top Golf, and we like are now nationally ranked as like a Star Wars database like specialist, I guess. So yes, it is dorky, and yes, my Marvel and Star Wars is dorky, but it works. So I don't know what you guys gained from that, or if you even enjoyed watching it. I guarantee that maybe like 6% of you actually stayed and watched like what I'm doing right now with the outro. And I just want to say like I'm sorry. And you should be jealous of me because I am that cool. And do not mess with my Star Wars and Marvel knowledge. Actually, you can, because like I'm not an expert. Like I think I'm an expert, but like I'm really not. And all I'm saying is that I just love the detail, and I don't have the best like memory. Like I don't retain knowledge, so this just helped me out with it. And now, like, in 2 truths and 1 lie, I can always say like I have a very detailed Marvel and Star Wars journal, and it's like not a lie. Like that is the truth. So to be honest, I don't even know what I gained out of that experience. I don't even know why I did that. Was it a complete waste of my time? Most likely. But at least I have the bragging rights for it, and that's just what we all need to think about. So hope you enjoyed my video, and stick around for more content, because yeah, that is it. Signing off. Sure. Bye everybody.